All right, everyone. Welcome to Mudra, Mantras, and Meditation. Let's go ahead and admit a few more people here. I trust everyone is having a wonderful morning.
Yes. Yeah.
So we are switching up Kundalini rising just a tad bit and starting to work a little bit more on our upper body strength, our hand magic, and a little bit of the vibrations that we have going on here in the belly and all the way through our core chakras through here. So today we're going to cut this class into 4 different parts, and I'm going to be playing today something that I wanted to share with you ladies. So if you look behind me, I'm really big into meditation boards. And I learned this long ago from, I'm sure you ladies have heard of The Secret. That's way long ago, back in the day stuff, but
love it.
Right? I heard a few things that they were talking about when you visualize things for what it does for you. And so, I really thought about people that woke up every day and, looked out their, maybe not even a window, but maybe they had a brick wall outside their window, or something that just was not very enlightening for the soul. And so I thought about it and I said, you know what? No matter what we see out of these eyes when we look out the window, we can always go inside and create this space and make it our heaven. So what I did was I started putting it on boards, and even in a room that is just walls of no color, I started filling it up full of things that I wanted to create in my world. And we'll go deeper in that in another day, but I have to tell you, 90% of every board that's back there, I'd say, except for this one, because this is the newest one that I've just built, has came true. And so that's what I wanted to get into, what we're going to be playing today. So I invested a little bit of money into this program called 15-Minute Meditation. And these are dialed in frequencies that are going to help what you are focusing on, what you're doing in the moments of what those sounds are, and actually bringing in some of the tuning that's going to create your reality. I know a lot of us talk about wanting abundance and making this manifestation of all this creation. And how do we do it? And I know we're all working internally on, purifying the inside of us so we can have better connections through the waters, have better connections through the frequencies of electrons. And I'm just going to show you girls just a few ways of how you can do that. So like I said, I mentioned it once, is visualizations. So it's really good to create a board or something that, really has things on it that you see yourself in that world. So whether it's a vacation spot or sisterhood, or these are things that I threw on my board, and training and lab work and whatever it was that I wanted to create my world, they're all on these boards. So let's start there. And then also the frequencies that we're going to listen to. So like I said, 4 different parts, 15-minute meditation. We're going to go ahead and start that in about a minute. And then the third part of all this is definitely cleaning out everything that we have going on inside of us. So we have electrons and waters flowing in us that have good communication and clear communication. The clearer the stuff we put in our body, the stronger communication and flow that we're going to have. And then also too, it's about creating good vibrations. So when we do breath and when we chant and when we actually create tuning inside of our body, that's the vibrations that we really want to start moving the waters. Okay, so we're going to focus on those 4 parts. So today, if you don't have this, I want you to have a couple things. I want you to have something to drink. Make sure it's a good, healthy something too, whether it's some good tea, whether it's some good greens or some water. And then I want everybody to go and get either a towel or some tissue, because we're going to be doing some breath work today where we're going to be blowing our nose quite a bit. And usually during this process, there is snot that comes out. So let's go ahead and either get a tissue or get that, or get something of that source. I already had gone through this today. All right. All right, so the first thing that we're going to draw in is what's called our natural state. This is the state of that we just are, the state of being when we just wake and when we just flow. There's no real effort in this. We're really just being. I just want to make sure, can everyone hear this okay?
Yes, yes.
Beautiful. All right, from this point, we're going to work a little bit on our upper body. So let's go ahead and start with the angel wings. So let's lift those shoulders, lift those elbows, lift those wrists all the way up and drop those arms down. Deep breath in as we do this. And drop that down with breath out. Really lift up out of those shoulders. Lift that rib cage up. Stretch up and release that. Deep breath coming up. Down. Let's keep this motion going. Really lifting up out of that rib cage. Let's do 2 more of these motions, really breathing in deep as we come up. Deep breath all the way in. And out. Deep breath in. Now from here, let's put our hands in the key of the universe position, and we want to lower our head down to the ground, stretching the back of that neck all the way up and out. And as we come back up, we're gonna now settle back into the back of that neck, looking up to the sky. Deep breath as we come out through the mouth. And in through the nose coming up. And out through the mouth. Breath in, coming up. Dropping back into that neck. And out through the mouth, coming down. Let's keep this motion going.
Bella.
Going up and down.
Bella. Bella, baby. This door. Come here. Bella, over here. Do you see me? Bella. Come here, baby. There we go. There we go.
Well, now from here, let's take that ear. We're going to push it now to the left and to the right. Just shifting that neck on a different axis, really pushing that motion of the back of that occipital, that muscle behind the neck, sits at the base of the head. We want to try and work that gunk out by doing this. So nice deep breaths in while we do this. Lovely. Now let's take this motion and move forward and back with it. Now working out that thyroid gland. Noting that this is a thyroid exercise. We really want to strengthen that for our voice to be heard and to make sure that we have all the things in balance that go along with the thyroid, such as sexual energies, having good adrenal function, metabolism. It's all quite important that we have this gland working. And now let's put this motion together by moving this forward, side, back, side. Forward, side, back, side. Good job. Keep pushing this motion around. Forward. Working out that neck right now. Full breath in. And when we get comfortable with this, we're going to soften it and now move it into a circle. Keeping that neck on the same axis. And breathing. Now let's slow that down and let's move this into the opposite direction. And if we're not used to doing that motion, just remember we are going forward, side, back, side. And just work on that if we're not used to this, staying in that motion. If not, just move that motion around and then wind that throat. Taking nice deep breaths into the nose. You really want to hear yourself breathing during this class. So if you're not hearing yourself, make sure to breathe in a little bit harder and breathe out a little bit harder. Good job, ladies. Way to hear it. Now let's slow that down and we're going to take those wrists and we are softly going to unwind them now. As we put those arms down, we're going to drop it all the way to hit the ground and bring those arms all the way back up, continuing to roll it from the top all the way down. Bringing those arms all the way up. Good breath coming up. And rolling those arms. Rolling those wrists. How we clean our blood is how we just did right now by keeping our arms elevated above the head, doing a little bit of workout so we can get that movement in there and start breaking any gunk up. And then breathing nice and deep, getting good oxygen in there so we can start pushing that stuff out of the blood. And then all we need to do is unwind it. As we unwind it, it vortexes down into the lymph areas that clean the blood. And then we either sweat it out or we pee it out, or however it is that we extract that stuff out. Couple more of these rolls, deep breath in.
Belly one up here. Come here, baby. Come here, babies.
Good job on this one. So from here, let's just go ahead and we're going to work a little bit on our phoenix wings right now. So let's go ahead and do that. So arms are going to be all the way out. Dropping the elbows just a little bit. We are going to drop the elbows, lift the shoulders, lift the elbows, out with the wrist, flick and drop it down. Let's try that again. Drop the elbows, lift the shoulders, lift the elbows, drop and flick the wrist out. So let's try that again a little faster. Elbows, shoulders, elbows, wrist, flick. Elbows, shoulders, elbows, wrist, flick. Elbow, shoulder, elbow, wrist, flick. Elbow, shoulders, elbows, wrist, flick. Good job. Let's just work on that together. Nice deep breaths as we're doing this. Remember, we are activating the fire inside of us this year. So it's activation time of the Phoenix. What that means is we are going to take anything that was of the old and we're burning it out of our blueprint. We're bringing in the new and creating the new blueprint of the divine print. Everyone has one. So anything from other lives and past times that we're holding on to us in this life, we're burning that away and creating the new. So we work on these Phoenix arms, actually thinking about that, what we're bringing into the new. Now let's just work on one at a time. Remember, elbow, shoulder, elbow, wrist, elbow, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Good, now last time together. Couple more of these Phoenix arms. Good job. Now let's lower those arms down and we're going to bring the arm all the way over to stretch this. Nice deep breaths in. We're going to pull that arm a little bit in every time we breathe out. Last time, deep breath in. And now let's drop that arm down and the other arm comes up and around. Just twist that to the side. Nice deep breath in. Good job. Now let's drop those arms and we want to take the arms now and pull them back. So it's going to look like this. And let's pull those arms back and just bring that chest forward and breathe. If you'd like to do an advanced stretch, you could grab the arm inwards this way and pull the arm in this way and breathe. And now let's release those arms, getting good blood back in there. And now let's grab one of the arms, bringing it all the way up and over. Let's stretch that out. And now let's grab the other arm and let's stretch that out. Nice deep breaths in while we stretch that. Good job. Now let's go ahead and release that arm down. And now we're going to move into what's called moving into your story. So during this vibration through the sounds, what I want you to do is focus on what we're doing, but also focus on your story. Focus who you are, focus what you are, focus what you want to create in your arbitration just for today. So this is how we start to create the focus of what our story is. This is where the intention of looking at these beautiful things come in handy, because then what we're doing is we're drawing the patterns then of what it is. And this is really how sacred geometry works, from patterning in the blueprint from out in the universe down into our reality. We focus on the actual designs of what it is that we want to bring into the world. So that's an important thing when we focus on the visualizations. So today we're going to do a little bit of our hand mudras. So let's go ahead and start with our hands up. We have our middle fingers and our thumbs that are just touching, just like this. And this is called the Akash Mudra. What we're going to do is now flip it up. And this is helping for anything with ear problems. If we have an ear infection, or if our children have ear infections, or somebody around us is having problems hearing, what we can do is have them put themselves in this position and just tap, 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 tap. And what even strengthens this is because we are focusing on the ears, we can even add in a nice little meditation in there, focusing on, I have clear ears, I can hear clear, I can hear far, I can hear close. The sounds of the vibrations I can hear so clear. Whatever it is that is coming in tune to you that makes your ears vibrate for them to be healthy. That's what we're doing here with the Akash Mudra. All right, let's move on now back to our hands, our magic hands here. And what we're gonna do is take them and cup them down. For the women, we use the right. For the men, we use the left. And if you're a woman, we cup underneath. If a man, we cup underneath to the left. So us women cup underneath to the right. And then we are going to put the thumbs right on top of the other thumb and hold it in just like this. Okay, go a little bit closer, hands down like this, on top, and just hold, just like that, nice and good comfort. So this is called the Dahana Mudra. This is going to help with depression, anxiety, and any type of mind-related issues. So we can hold this down in our gut area, or we can bring it up to the mind. Either way, we're gonna focus right now, just for a minute, on good mental strength, clarity in the mind. Let's just repeat that inside of our minds right now, holding this for a few moments. Clarity of the mind, clarity in the mind, clarity in the mind, clarity of the mind, clarity of the mind, clarity of the mind. Now remember, when we're actually trying to heal with this, we want to stay in this meditation for up to 15 minutes even, and just keep repeating that. Clarity, clarity, clarity. If that's the problem we're having, if we're having depression, just chant that you're happy. Say, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. Whatever it is that fits inside of your soul, that is the opposite of what your down feeling is, that's going to bring you up. All right. So back to here. We're going to take the pinky and we're going to take the hands and we're gonna fold them in. We're gonna take the pinkies and fold them in. Take the ring fingers, fold them in. Take the pointers and fold them in, and hold this just down by the heart. This is the Mantagi Mudra. This is going to help with digestion and with the gut. So anybody that's having problems bringing food down into the organs and bypassing everything so it can get through the digestive tract and actually go through the body smoothly, we want to focus on this. Now also too, you want to press the hands together, and you can feel yourself if you're having struggling motions inside of this, whether the fingers don't close all the way, whether the ones that are up, if they're pressing together and you can feel it tight in your wrist or in the hands, note that these are all things that you have to pay attention to, that in this mudra, you have an issue right there. So just remember, stay in this, even if you can lower it down into the gut so you know that it's right there and you're really focusing that energy, and just talk to your gut and say, it's clean, healthy habitat, healthy habitat, healthy habitat, balanced flora, gold flora, balanced flora, gold flora. Remember, we want to balance flora so everything emulates gold inside of us. We want that light emulation. So just focus on that if you have digestive problems or gut issues. All right, let's go ahead and come back to our hand magic. And we are going to now place the pointer and the thumb together. Kind of just like how we were before. but this is the mudra of creation. This is what we really want to do to really see everything. You kind of see the Batman, how we use that sign to see. This is actually the seeing eye of creation. So if we're ever trying to meditate on something that we're bringing into the future, we can take this and we just want to flip it up. Focus the words on what you're creating, what you're bringing into this world, whether it's a new business or whether it's a baby or whether it's whatever it is. You can continue your meditation by saying, I'm bringing in this creation, I'm bringing in this creation. This creation is here. 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 Let's bring ourselves back now. Remember, we're all creating this year. This is also, too, a very grand year for creation. For those that are following the stars, there's a lot of planetariums that are aligned this year for a lot of abundance for creation. So make sure we're in alignment for what we're bringing into this world. Okay, all the way back up. Now we're going to do okay signs, but we are now going to bring them together. Okay, so once again, okay signs, and then we bring them together. This is called the Vitraya Mudra. This is for wisdom and teaching. Every single one of us is a teacher and a student. We are constantly learning and then taking that wisdom that we have learned and teach it to everyone and anyone that is absorbing our frequencies. So those that are on the same frequencies and or coming into the vibrational tuning of that frequency, we want to be aware to what that is and know that we are creators, we're teachers, we're students, and we want to keep this wisdom flowing in that infinity. So right now, let's chant to ourselves, I am the teacher, I am the student. 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 I am the teacher, I am the teacher. Teacher, I am the student. Teacher, I am the student. I am the teacher, I am the student. I am the teacher, I am the student. I am the teacher, I am the student. Let's also switch into this. I am wisdom. 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 Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get back into our magic hands. And now we're going to take the 2 middle fingers and we're going to bring them down just like this. And we are going to flip them upwards now. This is what's called the Hirdara Mudra. This is for heart disease, respiratory, or anything in the artery related issues. We're having problems breathing through the heart and having blood flow going through that area. We want to focus on this. Also, too, if we're having problems with love factors, we want to focus on this. Also, too, how we could tell if this is out of alignment. When we go back up, if we put our hands together and they're not fully up like this, then that means that we have a little bit of issues. If they're coming forward, we want to try and work on bringing them up and bringing in the love factors into our hearts. So what I want us to meditate on and chant inside is I am love. 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 Let's go ahead and bring it back to center now. And let's take a nice cleansing breath in. Reach up to the sky and center into our orbitration, knowing that our story is being created as we start this journey. Beautiful, beautiful. Everyone, let's take a nice drink of water or whatever it is that we have, liquids. Right. For this next part, it's called moving into abundance. So as we move into abundance, we really want to focus on breathing in good air and good oxygen. So we're going to start with one of our breaths, doing the 777. We did this in our last mudra class, mantra class. But for those that are joining us new today, I'll teach you again. We are going to be breathing in 7 deep breaths through each of the chakras that we know, the chakras. And as we breathe in, we're going to be breathing in through the belly, in through the gut, in through the chest, in through the throat, in through the nose, in up through the crown, and taking that nice breath, and then we're going to be holding it. During the process of holding this, we want to focus on pushing the oxygen to areas inside of the body that feel a little tight. And then we are going to release it for 7 seconds, coming back down. Really having control of the breath as it comes up and it comes down. So we're going to do a little practice one. So let's take a nice deep breath in and out. Deep breath in. Release all that oxygen out. Now let's breathe in for 7. Here we go. Now hold it for 7. Now release for 7. Okay, that's how that's done. All right, so now that we know how to do the breath, let's go ahead and take a nice cleansing breath in and out, and then we're gonna start this for 7 different breaths. Here we go, deep breath in. Release out. Nice deep breath in. All the way out. Here we go. Release. Breathe it in. And hold. And in. And hold. Release. And in. And hold. Release. And in. Hold. Release. And in. And hold. Release. And in. And hold. Release. In last time. And hold. And out. Good job. Nice deep breath in. Bring that chest forward, hands on those knees. Press that chest out, suck in that oxygen. And release it, coming back, dropping back into that back. Nice deep breath coming forward. And oxygen all the way out. Really pressing deep into that back. Now deep breath forward, coming in, stretching that neck all the way back. And deep breath out as we come down. Sinking into that lower back, pressing on those knees and really getting a nice stretch in that back. Deep breath in as we come up. Really extend that chest out. Dip that head back, breathe it in. And oxygen out. Let's do 2 more of these beautiful breaths all the way in and up. And all the way out. Exhale all the way up and in. And all the way out. All right, now let's go ahead and let's get a little bit more liquids inside of us before we start this, and then we're gonna grab our tissues. Okay, now what I would like everyone to do is just clear their nose out if you need a blow, because we are going to be going. That's how this breath is going to work, okay? So get all the gunk out if you have anything. Good. Now, this breath, we can go and rotate back and forth nostrils going, or just going together. Okay, but the point is we're just breathing out of the nose and breathing in and out, okay? But we're pushing out of the nose as we're breathing out, okay? So make sure we have our tissues if we need it. And we're gonna just do this for about 3 to 5 minutes now, okay? So here we go, let's start that breath. Keep going. We got about a minute left to this. Half a minute, give it your all. Ten more seconds, keep pushing. 5 and 2 and 1. Deep breath in and out. This time, take a nice deep breath. Feel that buzzing in the body. And I want you to take a nice sigh out. Deep breath in. Feel that buzz. And nice deep breath out with that sigh. Last cleansing breath in. Feel that buzz. And nice breath out. Really let it all go. Let's go ahead and come back to now. Ooh, we should feel nice and buzzed from that one. Ooh, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move into our last 15 minutes, which this now is going to be our deep sleep zen. So what I would like you to do is get in a nice comfortable position. We can stay sitting up if we're comfortable. If not, let's go ahead and lay down. And what I would like you to do is practice a nice meditation of a vibration chanting, Ah, Na, You. Say it with me, ladies. Ah, Na, You. Remember, it is Ah, Na, You. Now you can chant this however you'd like in your head, but I like a nice steady rotation with it. Ah, Na, You. Ah, Na, You. Ah, Na, You. Ah, Na, You. Now this is actually a chant that we're going to chant aloud because we want to feel the vibrations inside of us, but get in that nice meditation mode. So let's lay down and or sit up, and let's go ahead and practice now with our Ana Yous. Go ahead, girls. I'm going to take us all off of mute so we can hear everybody. Actually, I think you girls have to take yourself off of mute. But if you'd like to, go ahead. If not, just go ahead and still lay flat. And now let's work on our Ana Yous. Here we go.
Ana you, Ana you, Ana you, Ana you.
Keep this chant going in your mind. And let's start to bring ourselves back to an awareness. Coming back to bring ourselves back into the body. Let's go ahead and lift our bodies up if we're down into a soft position. And let's come back to center. And just so we know, the Anayu, the Ah, is our God. Whatever it is that we believe in, the creation, the source, the element that's out there. Na is our intuition, our spirit self, the thing that surrounds our aura that is tapping us when we need to be tapped. And the you is incredibly deep inside what we are, us, you, yourself, me. When we do the na yous, we're bringing in source to our light and our elementary inside. So we're calling in what this is, the ana yous, ana you. And that's how we create source elementary and create the vibrations that we're going to bring in for everyday creation. So we can use these vibrations, this tuning, this mudra mantra meditation and breath work. So that way we can have a nice start of our day, kind of tune the frequencies, get in alignment, get a little balance in. And then also too, like I said, the frequencies that you do hear playing during this sound arbitration, we can also come back and listen to this class and just listen to the sounds and then focus on what it was that I was saying, how when we bring things in, how we start our story, when we're moving towards abundance, and then when we go into our Zen state, how it all kind of onks its energy all through us, how the universe is working, how that energy is created, and then really how we move beyond this space. So we can get up from here, have a nice, beautiful day. Hopefully, we feel in alignment. Hope everybody enjoyed that class. And thank you so much for joining.
Thank
Have
you
a
so much.
great day, goddesses. Very much
Thank
appreciated.
you. Thank you.
Gonna stop our recording.